Hey Moonrays, welcome back to my Sims 4 channel. Today we are back with some more spooky builds for the month of October, and we are in the world of Forgotten Hollow working on a more traditional haunted house. But of course, it is me, and I had to come up with an elaborate backstory for the Sims who live in this home. Thank God you guys seem to like that because I just cannot help myself. So as per usual, I have my notes over here on my laptop. So this house once belonged to a pretty wealthy family here in Forgotten Hollow, and the wife's side of the family owned this place. This was her childhood home, but her mother and her father decided to move away and leave this place to her. However, her father insisted that she had to be married before she could take the place. So she went out and married the first man that she could find so that she could be given the house. However, she soon realized that the man she has married is an absolute nightmare. So she decides to get revenge by becoming a vampire. That is how she chooses to have power in the relationship. So you'll notice that the wife in this house has her own room. However, her husband was forced to live in the attic. Now, fast forward to present day, the house has seen so many different owners, all who left very suddenly because of suspicious activity in the home. But for the last decade, it has pretty much sat abandoned. But now there is a new Sim in town who was absolutely fascinated by the family who lived in this house. And so she bought this place to fix it up, planning to start hosting tours to explain the family's history and to also debunk what she considers to be the vampire theory. But she also lives in this home too. But after a while, she starts to experience some weird activity in the home herself. And after stumbling upon some interesting finds in the house, she comes to realize that the vampire theory may have been true, and eventually goes on to piece together how the young couple may have passed away under some very mysterious circumstances. So basically, this house is haunted by a vampire ghost and her husband. I had a lot of fun kind of putting together the story behind this build. It's not totally fleshed out. I came up with it kind of in like 10 minutes within building this, but I really think it's an interesting story to potentially play out. So of course this build will be up on the gallery if you guys want to make these characters that live in this house or have lived in this house and play out the story for yourself. I might even play out the story in my own time. We shall see, but I just love making abandoned houses in this game. We all already know that. So building an old, abandoned, slightly spooky house was right up my alley. I had a great time with it. But how have all of you guys been? First of all, I would like to say thank you all so much for the amazing birthday wishes that you guys sent me. I had a really great birthday this year. So basically, it was just a little simple one. So I went out to lunch with my parents. They wanted to take me out this year. And so afterwards, this was what was super fun. So afterwards we went to Crumble Cookies because we had gone to a restaurant that had it nearby and I had never tried it before. I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, I think, because I was super excited about it, and oh my god, Crumble is freaking amazing and I cannot wait to go back. I actually tried Crumble on a special birthday live stream that I did while I was playing Into the Pit, and a huge shout out to all of you who were able to make that stream. I absolutely loved getting to hang out with you on my birthday, but my Crumble cookies were so delicious. My favorite cookie, which was so surprising to me, but it was so delicious, was actually the peanut butter cookie. It was so dense and so indulgent and just absolutely delicious. I love a good peanut butter cookie, but the thing is, they're not always easy to find. I love a nice, soft, chewy peanut butter cookie, so this was right up my alley. So that was exactly what I was looking for. I got to take a few pictures outside of the Crumble Cookie store as well, which was super fun because their store is all pink, which, in case you guys didn't know, if you're new around here, my favorite color is pink. I know that may come as a surprise to some of you, but I absolutely love a good pastel pink. It's been my favorite color for like the last, I don't know, 10 years. I absolutely love it. So the cookies were absolutely delicious, but afterwards my parents actually surprised me by taking me to an arcade that was nearby, and I have been wanting to go to an arcade for such a long time. We actually have one in our mall, but this one in particular was super nostalgic for me because they don't take the cards like most arcades do nowadays. They were still taking tokens, and that was just such a blast for me. It was such a fun and nostalgic experience. It reminded me of all the years that I went to Chuck E. Cheese as a child and had so much fun with tokens and running around and playing all the games. My My favorite games that I played while I was there for my birthday was skee ball. Skee ball is a classic. I suck at it, but I really love it. I have a great time playing it. But my favorite game was, I don't even know what it's called. I've never seen it before, but basically it was kind of like a carnival game, I guess, where you get like these little plastic balls and you throw them at rows of clowns. And I just loved that. I don't know, it just relieved so much stress that I had built up inside of me that I didn't even realize at the time. And I also don't like clowns. So I had a great time being able to knock down a bunch of clowns. But I was actually really good at the game, surprisingly. I think if I would have stayed there for longer, I probably could have knocked down every single row. So I played about 4 or 5 times. I loved that game so much. And there were 6 rows of 3. I think I knocked down 2 rows of the 3. So that was pretty good. And the top row were actually the hardest, so I was determined to get those because basically the top tier had clowns that were larger and heavier, and then the other 2 tiers were much smaller. So I was like, I'm gonna knock down these 3 large clowns and it's gonna feel so good. Or was it 4? I don't remember. It might have been 3 sets of 4 clowns. I really don't remember. I don't even know if that's what I said, but it doesn't matter. Very therapeutic. And I also ended up getting a slushie. Is that what it's called? I think it's called an icy. There are there's like 3 different ones. There's like a slush puppy, an icy, and then a Slurpee. I don't know. I think this was an icy, but I got a blue raspberry icy, which I haven't had in ages. I think it's probably been decades since I had one of those, and it was so good. It seriously hit. I loved it. And then I had a blue tongue for the stream that I did, which was fun. I had a great birthday stream. It was so awesome. Again, we played Into the Pit, which is the latest Five Nights at Freddy's game to have come out, and we just laughed and had fun, and everybody was super supportive and kind and just went out of their way to make sure that I had a really wonderful birthday, and I'm super thankful for everyone who got the chance to be there. Huge shout out to my friend and Discord as well as Twitch mod Jelly, who actually wrote me a song for my birthday, and I've been using it as my outro music for my videos lately. That was just such a touching gift. I was almost like speechless. The song was absolutely wonderful and we all had a blast listening to it on stream. But yeah, everybody in the Moonrays community and everyone on the Discord, Twitch, YouTube really went out of their way to make sure that I was thought about and made to feel special on my birthday, and I was very touched. I really was. But that's how my birthday went. It was a really cool day. I really wanted to get a YouTube video out on my birthday. I was gonna build a cake house, but I tried to use rounded walls and it took me way longer than I thought it would, because we all know, if you're a builder, you know, rounded walls, I hate them. They're the worst. They're the freaking worst. They don't work. They're so glitchy, and they're so rough. They're so rough to work with. So I decided that I would maybe hold off on that and just enjoy my birthday because I was getting frustrated. But aside from that, there are 2 other things that are going on in my life right now that I am super excited about. Or actually, is it 3? 3 things. So 2 things are actually kind of tied together. So right now I am working on hosting a really extra special Halloween live stream over on Twitch. Nothing is set in stone yet, but I'm kind of like getting things ready for that. I have a lot of super fun plans. So basically I had the idea to do pumpkin painting on live. I really wanted to get into crafting streams because that is something that I miss greatly in my life. I used to be really into crafts, and unfortunately I just don't have the time for it as of late. So I thought maybe I could start incorporating them into my streams so we get streams done and I get to have fun and be a little crafty gal. So I have to go out and get some paints and I have to go get some pumpkins, but yesterday I ordered a webcam. So basically you will see me, but I'm also going to have a separate webcam to hopefully record my hands as I am doing my pumpkin painting, so that way you can actually see what I'm doing and I'm not just sitting here painting my pumpkin and you can't see anything on live. So my goal for that is to have all of the people in the Discord community participate with me, and they can send me pictures of how their pumpkins are coming along and I can show them on stream. I think that'll be super cool. In addition to that, I have some other little ideas up my sleeve. Of course, we're gonna play some spooky games, but on top of that, no. I was gonna tell you guys what I was working on, but I think I'm gonna keep it to myself. And there's another thing that I'm working on. I'm working on 2 surprise things. So I've been talking in my Discord community. I've also been talking on here about how I've wanted to dress up for Halloween this year, just for fun, to also do kind of a cosplay type of deal. A lot of people have told me that they've been really interested in me participating in cosplay, and I've been really interested in doing it. So I'm working on my first one on for Halloween this year, and I'm so excited to show it to you guys. So I am keeping it a secret for right now. I ordered a couple of things that I needed yesterday, so I have my main costume and a couple of accessories. I'm just waiting for them to come. They should be here this week, which I'm so excited for. I can't wait to get them. After that, I just need a piece that's going to go in my hair. I'll give you that a little bit of a hint, and then I'm going to get some makeup to kind of do a paler look. So yeah, I'm going to unveil that look on my Halloween live stream. You guys will get to see it first. You guys will get to see it on Twitch first, and then I'm going to start posting a whole bunch of pictures of the cosplay that I end up taking. I haven't taken them yet because I don't have anything, but I'm so excited to actually take the pictures and recreate some of the looks and some of the pictures that I've seen of this particular character. I can't wait. I'm so excited. But those are my plans for Halloween so far. So I'm waiting to get my webcam. Hopefully I can set everything up real nice, and then I'm gonna go out and get some more supplies. I will tell you guys one thing that I'm working on is my plan is that for my Halloween live stream, every time somebody either donates bits or if they subscribe, I'm going to take either some sort of sour candy or a Bean Boozled. So that's kind of like a little bit of a incentive to maybe support me as a creator. People seem to really like when I make myself miserable on stream, which I absolutely love. So I definitely want to do that as a way to give back for you guys supporting me. One of the funnier things that I did recently for my Twitch channel, and I'm sorry I end up talking about Twitch so much, I'm just like a happy little streamer now, and I'm so excited to be expanding as a content creator. But one of the things that I did was I actually did this for channel points. I made this thing where you can request for me to do an animal noise because I'm really bad at impressions. I always have been. And so I thought, what would be funnier than having you guys ask for me to do an animal noise and you get to hear my really bad animal impressions. And so that's what I did. And you guys on Twitch, OMG, y'all love that so much. And I love doing it. It's really embarrassing, like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I'm okay with being embarrassed for the sake of your entertainment. So one of the funnier ones that I did was actually someone asked me to make a goat noise, and first of all I'm like, what noise does a goat even make? Because I'm like, okay, bad, that's a sheep, so that's not a goat. What does a goat noise make? And everybody in chat was like, they scream. And I'm like, oh my god. So I had to scream like a goat, and it ended up being like the top viewed clip on my Twitch. Everybody loves that clip so much. It was actually one of my moderators, Halo. I've talked about them on stream before and a little bit here on YouTube, but they said it was a work of art. So that clip is going to live as a part of my history on the internet forever and ever, and I'm so happy about it. But I think on the last stream that I did, I was requested to do a puppy, and I think that one, I knocked that one out of the park. It was super good, I'm not gonna lie, but that was really fun. So if you guys aren't a part of the Twitch community, and if you're on Twitch, I hope that encourages you to come check out my streams, because I must love to embarrass myself, so hopefully that sounds interesting to you. But yeah, hopefully everything will go well for setting up this Halloween stream. Let me know down in the comments below what your plans are for Halloween. Hopefully they involve maybe stopping by for this Halloween stream that I'm planning. It will definitely be at 5 p.m. EST if everything gets set up and it's a go. Again, this is not concrete. I'm going to do some sort of stream for Halloween, but some things are subject to change because again, I haven't set up the webcam. I need to make sure that that's going to work for the pumpkin painting. But there definitely will be a live stream, so hopefully you guys will come. What else has been going on in my life? Well, a lot of things have been going on in my life, but I'm not going to talk about all of them. Most of them being work-related things, so I'm going to skip over that. But basically the other thing that's been going on in my life is yesterday I went to get my bangs trimmed, so they're finally a little bit shorter again. They feel so good. They don't look good today, and I will say my hair doesn't look good in general, and that is because I was messing around with my hair trying to see if I could duplicate the hair of the character I'm going to be cosplaying as without getting any sort of wig or wig piece, and thankfully I can. But that is why my hair looks so crazy today and why I put them in these little buns, because it looked wild and I couldn't come on here with that hair, so I just threw them back like this. So I just threw it back like this, kind of cute, but that's why my bangs are a little bit spiky today. So that's another little hint. But I can't wait because yesterday was my last trim before I go in to get color done to my hair. So that is going to be next month in November. It's possible that I might have to do this within 2 sessions because I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm doing to my hair, but I will say that it does involve some bleach. Don't be afraid when I say that, okay? I have thought this out. This is my natural hair color. Everybody's freaking out when I say that I'm going to be adding bleach to my naturally black hair, but it's okay. I promise it's going to be okay. I love having black hair. I always have, and I don't want to change that. So don't worry, there's going to be 0 bleach on my roots. In fact, there probably isn't even going to be very much bleach around my head or face. Actually, there might be a little bit around my face, a little bit, but everything I've worked with my hairdresser to really discuss this and make sure that it's going to grow out nicely and that we're not going to damage my hair any more than we have to. And my hairdresser is very honest with me. So if she didn't think that I could do this, she would tell me no. She would tell me, no, I'm not putting bleach on your hair. So everything's going to be fine. And I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I was kind of like a little bit nervous because yesterday there was actually a last minute appointment that opened up, and unfortunately I didn't get to it in time and I have to wait for November still. But the thing is, it actually kind of works out because I'm like, my first thought was, oh no, my hair is gonna be done and I'm gonna look different for this cosplay because this character I'm dressing up as has black hair. That's why I thought it would be an easy character to start with because I wouldn't have to mess around with a wig or trying to get my hair to be a little bit different color or whatever. And I was like, oh my god, my hair is gonna look different for this cosplay. No, this is horrible. So I'm like, how do I get my hair like all black again? But thankfully, that's like a little bit of an upside. I was disappointed that I didn't make the appointment for yesterday, but it's like, that's okay. Now I don't have to worry about my cosplay being affected. But I'm so excited. If you guys want to guess what I'm getting done down in the comments below, feel free to do that because I'm very interested if you guys think you know my taste well enough to know what I'm getting done. I think you guys might be able to guess, but we shall see. So I have yapped throughout this entire build like I always do. I don't know what to talk about when it comes to build except for like updating you guys on my life because what else is there to talk about aside from I placed this chair in this corner and then I did this and then I did that and just repeat the whole process. But basically the one thing that I will talk about that I did is I went throughout this entire house and put so many old, scuffed up, gross decals all over the walls. So the wallpapers in this game, there are some that are already a little bit old and dingy, but just not enough for my liking. So I ended up using the vampires wallpapers all throughout the house. I think the one that I used in the bathrooms as well as the kitchen ended up being from high school years or university, something like that. I use that a lot for like old kind of gothic inspired kitchens. I don't know, it just kind of works. So I just scuffed everything up with decals. So it was decals from moon rays. I have my own pack in The Sims. Did you guys know that? Werewolves. I was seeing the logo in my head and I was thinking moon, but I used werewolves, vampires, and oh my gosh, Strangerville. I think that's where that gross like green stuff comes from, and also For Rent, where we got like the moldy decals. So I placed that everywhere in this build. It's all over the outside, it's all over the inside. I scuffed up the floorboards and made them look super dingy and old. It was so fun. I love doing that. Taking something in The Sims and making it look a little more unique than what it came as. It's just fun. It's enjoyable for me. And of course, there's cobwebs everywhere and run down furniture. I kind of wanted to make everything look like it had been abandoned, but it's in the process of being restored. So you'll see some things are really nice looking, like the furniture is really nice, mostly, except for a couple of things that I used from the spooky stuff pack. I have no idea what that one's called. It's not that great of a pack, to be honest, but it comes in handy for certain things. But the furniture looks nice. I put in some decorations. The kitchen in particular looks super lived in. I wanted to make it look like the person who lives here actually is using that kitchen, but everything else is kind of meant to be left as is, and I imagine that the person living here is working on making it look better and better with each day that goes by. So downstairs there is a bathroom. I actually didn't show show you guys any of the bathrooms because this was such a long build already. So I decided to cut out all of the bathrooms, but the bathrooms are furnished, I promise. They will be intact when you guys download this, but there is a bathroom downstairs. Actually, there might be 2 bathrooms. I don't remember. I can't really see right now, but there should be 2 bathrooms downstairs, I think. There's a kitchen, there's a dining room, there's an office where I imagine that the husband worked at one point. There's a dining room. Did I say that? I'm not even sure. But upstairs, there is it's a landing that I kind of decided to turn into a more comfortable living space for the person who is living there now. So you'll see that's decked out with a little more modern furniture. I imagine that she had some of her own things when she moved in, but she also decided to use some of the furniture that was maybe packed away in storage somewhere in this house. So I made that into a more comfortable living space, which is just off of the bedroom. So upstairs there are 2 bedrooms, but one of the bedrooms was turned into the new person's room, and then it's just the wife's room. So I imagine that the room the current owner is living in was actually the wife's bedroom when she was a child, and then she moved into her parents' bedroom when her parents moved out, and then she just booted her horrible husband up to the attic and just locked him away. This is why I'm not married. Men are afraid to marry me because every time I build in The Sims and come up with like a spooky idea, I'm like, oh, the wife, she unalived her husband or became a vampire and locked him in the attic to have power over him and just abandoned him up there. That's why I'm not married. No man wants to marry me. Are you seeing how spiky my bangs look? My goodness, they look so horrible. Whatever, it's okay. It doesn't matter. But anyway, honestly, the whole reason I came up with this story was because I had a 3rd bedroom on the top floor that I was like, I don't know what to do with this because I wanted it for the aesthetic on the outside, the exterior. It looked so good being like a taller building, but at the same time, I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, you know what? We'll make it into like a weird, mysterious bedroom. I think that is always like an interesting thing to put in a haunted house. A room somewhere in the house that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense and you're like, what happened up here? I have no clue. The kitchen though was probably my favorite room to create in this entire house just because it was a little more lived in and also it was a bigger room. So I enjoyed being able to add a bunch of clutter and really fill up that space. But I did want to ask you guys if you're excited for the new expansion pack coming out. I seriously cannot wait for it. I'm so excited to see a better look at all of the build mode items. Obviously, that's what I'm going to be most excited about in this game. Clearly, I'm a builder. We got a really good look at a lot of the build items in the trailer. However, we really didn't see a whole lot of black, which is super unfortunate. So I do love some color. I'm not gonna lie, even though I wear black. You can see in the background of my office here that I do love some color as well. However, I just don't think that we have a lot of basic gray swatches. To be honest, we could have a lot more basic white swatches. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. I feel like the Sims team, they always go crazy with color. And it's like sometimes we need some basics. We need some blacks. We need some whites. We need some neutrals. And don't even get me started about the base game, or not the base game, just the swatches, the black swatches in general in this game don't match. None of them match. They're always different variations of gray, never a true black, and it gets really hard to make builds like what I'm working on right now, or more gothic inspired builds. There's just like nothing to work with, so it gets so infuriating so quickly. So they're kind of making me sweat it out with that because I wasn't seeing a lot of black, but I'm still excited. I'm excited to see what everything's gonna look like because swatches really are game changing. You can look at an item in one swatch and think, I'm never gonna use that, and then you just find that swatch that you are absolutely in love with and it just changes the game. Why does that This is water. Why does that taste like coffee? Do I just want coffee? I mean, to be fair, I haven't had coffee yet today. I am waiting on a tray of ice cubes to freeze so that way I can make myself a pumpkin spice latte. So I might just really be craving coffee right now. I think I am. I have not had a cup of coffee yet today, and that is no good. That is no good for me. I am a caffeine queen or fiend, depending on the day, depending on the time, and I need it. I need it in my life. I should have gotten a cup of hot coffee today, just so I had it in my system for this video, but I didn't because I really just wanted to slap on my makeup and come up here and do this video for you guys. Plus, your girl is trying to drink more water because my entire community is like shaming me for the fact that I don't like to drink water these days. guys. I actually really liked to drink water as a kid. I think I drank water more than anything else. I need sugar. I need caffeine. I can't do it. I need a boost. One thing that I've been really enjoying drinking lately, and I don't think it's quite the same as just drinking like regular water, but something I really like is sparkling ice. Oh my god. If you guys like sparkling ice, you should go try to find their Starburst flavors. Oh my god, they are so delicious. My favorite right now is pink, obviously, because not just because it's pink. Listen, hear me out on this one. It's because pink Starburst is the superior flavor of Starburst. It is the best, and I don't think anybody's gonna fight me on that. However, the other one that I really liked was orange, which surprised me because I'm not always a big fan of straight up orange flavoring. However, in my opinion, and maybe I'm just weird for thinking this, but I swear that it tastes like orange cream soda, which I'm totally into. Those are my favorite flavors so far. The only one that I haven't tried yet is cherry. I might go down and try that next. I'm definitely gonna have one of those after I am done filming here. It's not quite the same as drinking just like a regular water, but it does have a lot of like nice added vitamins, which is good. I do need vitamins. I'm severely lacking in a lot of them. So at least that's a plus. But I'm trying to stay more hydrated. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier, which I hate because I love food. Some of my favorite things to eat are French fries, mozzarella sticks, tacos, pizza. Those are my favorite things in the entire world, and food is like one of the very few things in life that brings me genuine joy. So I'm like, I don't want to eat salads. I don't want to eat healthier, but I know that I need to. It's definitely not like a weight loss thing for me. I'm like pretty content with my weight at this point. Like, I'm not thin or anything, but who the flip cares? I'm 28 years old. I don't care about my weight anymore. It's just like, I want to take care of my health, but it's been so hard. It's been so hard and so miserable. Like, I don't want to get into all of the things that I've been doing for my health because I know that can be somewhat triggering for people, but I'm just trying to like better my overall health with vitamins and better foods and foods filled with more vitamins. Vitamins. That's basically what I'm trying to do. More water and vitamins. Because I think I've been battling a lot of health issues. I haven't been to the doctor in a little while, which I need to do. I need to go to the doctor and get a few tests done, but I definitely think I'm dealing with some sort of health issue, and I'm like, okay, what can I do until I get that appointment done? What can I do until I've run some tests? And it's like, okay, those are simple solutions that can never hurt, right? They can never hurt. It can never hurt to have more hydration in your life and more vitamins, more good for you things. How many times can I say vitamins? I am so sorry. But anyway, I did want to kind of talk to you guys about my idea behind the bedroom for the wife who once lived here. So I wanted to do something wildly different from the whole house. So throughout the house, you'll see a lot of gray, black, and brown. There's a little splash of like turquoise just for some fun, but I really wanted her room to be super different so you can see that she's an important person in this home. And so I decided to go all out with red. I don't usually like red, to be honest, but I was feeling this vibe. I know that's weird. I don't know what it is about. Maybe it's just because I love pink so much that I'm like, red is just a knockoff of pink. I don't know. I just don't like it for some reason. There are some circumstances where it works, like in this particular room. I had so much fun with it. I just wanted to make it like a super warm but like dark vibe and lots of red and lots of warm toned lighting. I thought maybe the woman who lived here, like her name could be Ruby or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's like super cheesy, but I think it would be fun. That was kind of the idea behind her bedroom that I decided to do. But upstairs, so clearly she doesn't share her bedroom with her husband because he's an awful, awful man. I don't know what he's done to be so awful. I haven't thought that much about it. He's just not a good dude. He's not a good dude. I don't think that the lady who lives here is a bad person at all. I think she's just somebody who was really mistreated by her husband. Like maybe he was just super arrogant and maybe he put her down a lot or whatever. Something that she felt like she needed to take some power back and she wanted to be respected. I don't know why she jumped to such a conclusion by becoming a vampire. I mean, I think she could have done that in other ways. But you know, we're in the world of Forgotten Hollow, so I had to come up with some sort of way to include vampire lore. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So, and then the husband's room upstairs in the attic is just super uninviting. He literally has the essentials and that is it. The bedroom that the current owner lives in, I just decided to do a little tiny bit of a green theme. I don't know, I just like the bed that I ended up choosing for it and just kind of went with that. But that's kind of the story behind all of the bedrooms. Now, when it comes to the exterior, I didn't really do a whole lot. I didn't want there to be a lot of yard. I wanted this to be a very big house that took up most of the plot of land. And so there's just a little pathway that leads to the front of the porch. It leads around to a second porch. There's a very large wraparound porch. And then there's just a bunch of overgrown plants everywhere. So there would be room for somebody to add more to make it like maybe a little sitting area for people who come to visit for the tour or something like that. But I wanted it to be overgrown and have there be a lack of space. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like giving this place a big yard or anything. It just didn't feel appropriate, especially because I didn't imagine that this couple had kids. I kind of thought it was just the two of them. Maybe I just didn't feel like doing a yard this day. I don't know, but I thought it was appropriate. I liked the way that it turned out. But as always, if you guys have any suggestions for what you would like to see for the rest of the month of October, definitely comment those down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. I have a couple of more things planned, but if you guys want to see any more spooky or just regular plain old cozy autumn inspired builds, let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions. I'm actually itching to build an autumn apartment. So I've done that already, but I'm thinking about doing like an apartment with one of the buildings that is already in game instead of making my own from scratch, which is what I normally like to do. But I actually had a dream about an apartment, about a layout of an apartment, and I can't get it out of my head. So I think I want to build that and make it decorated for fall. The thing is, I get so annoyed because all of the fall things that we have are from seasons. And so I've been using these items over and over and over again, and I don't have anything new. So eventually everything just kind of ends up looking decorated the same, which is so unfortunate. But I can use a couple of items from Cottage Living. They have some pumpkins and things like that, but I've used things from Cottage Living too. I just feel like I'm running out of fall inspired items, which is so disappointing. I need more. Sims team, please, more fall inspired items, please and thank you. I love this time of year. I think it's so beautiful. All of the colors are so pretty, but we only have a couple of items. We have one pumpkin that I've been reusing over and over again with some leaves. We have leaves with some candles and a couple of garland things. Garland things? I don't know what you call them, but they're garland with like cards, and is there even like, I don't even think we have one with leaves. I think it's just cards and banners. That's all we have. And it's like, come on guys, I need more, please. I'm so greedy. Please give me all the fall inspired items. Sims team, look, you've already worked on Life and Death, which is definitely a style that I would have helped you out with, and you didn't ask me, so that's okay. I can help you make a fall inspired kit. Would you like me to help you with that? Because I will totally help you with that. It's no problem at all. No, I would seriously love to do a fall inspired kit. I would be somebody who, if I got to work with Sims, I would love to work on a kit. I think that'd be so much more fun and a little bit less pressure than doing like a build in one of the worlds that they come out with in the new packs, because I think it would be fun to collaborate with the artists and people like that who actually work on bringing these things to life. And I would just get to be like, oh yeah, these are like, here's pictures of the items that I think would be really, really cool, and like we could like suggest ideas and stuff but not have to actually execute them. I think that would be cool. It'd be like a collaborative effort, I think. I mean, I've never helped them make a kit, so do I really know what it's like? No, I don't, but I just assume that it's a little more of like a collaboration rather than like you building something for the game. I think that would be super overwhelming, and I probably wouldn't do it even if they asked me. I'd be so overwhelmed and just like, I can't do it. I'm so scared. I'm having a panic attack over here. I'm like not good with last minute changes. So like if I submitted a build and they're like, can you change this, this, and this, and this? I'd be like, I cannot. Why would you want me to change it? That's just the autistic gal in me. I do not like change. Change is something that causes me an incredible amount of overwhelm, but that's okay. We are all different. You know, we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses. I'm still learning what my strengths are. I'm not really sure yet, but I am aware of my weaknesses. So I guess that's a start. Oh, how do I even get on these tangents? I don't know. I have no clue. But this is what happens when you let an ADHD person come and make YouTube videos. Like, who let me do this? But I'm really excited to get back to building after recording these videos for you guys, because I tried to work on a witch's cottage the other day. So I wanted to make like a good witch's cottage and then like a bad witch's cottage. I don't know, just like a more traditional witch. And unfortunately, I had such a rough time building that. I hated everything I was doing at that time. So I think I was just in a mood. Sometimes if I try to build too late into the night, I really get whiny about what I'm doing. I think this looks so bad. This is the worst thing that anybody's ever done in this game. And I'm just being so freaking over dramatic, and I'm aware of that, but that's just how I feel. And it's not an enjoyable experience when you feel that way. But I finally have the itch to get back into the game now, and I'm so excited. I've been playing a ton of Disney Dreamlight Valley. I hate to come on here and talk about other games when we're literally Sims channel, but I feel like Disney Dreamlight Valley kind of fits the cozy category that The Sims is in, and I love that game so much. I'm totally obsessed with it right now. There's actually a really cool star path going on at the moment that's kind of like punk inspired. So like it doesn't totally perfectly fit my aesthetic, but it fits my aesthetic better than anything I have in the game currently. So I'm definitely working on unlocking all of those items. And a lot of times we do stream Disney Dreamlight Valley over on Twitch. I don't stream a lot of The Sims on Twitch, and that's mostly because one, my computer doesn't always want to run super well when I do that. I did one Sim stream where it worked pretty well, and then I went to do it again and I had a whole bunch of lag that was horrible. So I decided to kind of just play Disney Dreamlight Valley on the channel. That way my computer isn't doing all of the work, because I do play on PlayStation 4. So then my computer just needs to stream the content, but it doesn't have to run the actual game. So if you guys don't know, I'm not a PC user. I have an iMac M1, and I bought that for editing specifically. And so I wasn't running this channel when I got it, and it's not perfect for all of the things that I want to do now. Hopefully one day I can get a PC, and that will be perfect for what I'm doing currently. I want to get a beast of a PC that can run everything. So I want to be able to stream in the highest quality possible. I want to be able to edit. I want to be able to play whatever games I want. But we are here on the screenshots, you guys, so thank you all so much for watching. I would like to take a moment to give a special shout out to my channel member, Tony Baloney. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. If you'd like to sign up for channel memberships and have your name featured in a future video, then there will be a link down in the description below. There is absolutely no pressure whatsoever to sign up for YouTube memberships, but they are there if you do want to. It just really helps me out as a creator, and I'm saving all of the money that I get from memberships to go into future purchases to improve my content. But again, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you're new around here and you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe. I would love to have you a part of the Moonrays community. Please remember to like the video. That just again helps me as a creator, and until the next one, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye everybody.
As daylight dies, happy birthday.